Hi, Bella. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good talking to
Good. It's
you.
good to talk to you again.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yes, yes. How's it over there in New York again?
It's gorgeous. It is
Yes,
beautiful.
lucky. Yes. It's hot over here in California, but it's been a nice summer. I can't complain.
Ah, yeah, no, I know what that's like. Because I'm from San Diego, so
Yeah, we're up in San Francisco. This is a little, I think we get a little hotter, right?
you might, but that would be kind
Yeah.
of atypical, isn't it, for it to be really warm up there?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's getting in the hundreds again this weekend, so fingers crossed.
Yikes. Ah, well, I'm heading to Vegas tonight, and apparently it's supposed to be 107 tomorrow. So I
I
think
know. I was supposed to meet you there, and I couldn't come because I just started a new job. So you have a blast in Vegas for me, please.
oh, I will. And
Yes.
congratulations on the new job. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, get to the questions. I know we don't have a whole lot of time. I asked some of my admins on my page on Facebook, and they actually had questions they wanted me to ask this time. My
Okay.
first one is from my admin Tiffany, and she wants to know what's your preference in the Mark series between the brothers Abel and Cain?
Ah, well, I would have to say Kane, because he's a little bit more accepting of his feelings for Eve.
Hmm.
So, whereas, Abel's really struggling with them, right? He knows he feels something a little bit different, but he's not really sure he wants to commit to it, sort of thing. But, Cain's on board all the way, right? I mean, he knows what he
Yeah.
wants. He's there. He's going to go after it. And plus, he's a little bit of a bad boy. Well, okay, no, he's a lot of a bad boy, and we
Yeah.
love those, right? So yeah, I would
Yes.
definitely say that Kane's got my vote.
Oh, that's awesome. I think her favorite is going Abel right now, but she's in the process of reading the series, so maybe it'll change. You never know. So my next question is from Lisa, my other admin, who's in the UK, and her question for you she wants to know if you'll be taking part in the casting for the TV show.
Casting. No, studios
Yes.
never give that up. That
Oh,
yeah, oh, yeah, that is them. So and that's fine. I absolutely trust that they know what they're doing in that regard.
yeah.
They're huge
I'm very excited
fans.
about that, by the way. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
And
That'll
they're
be
and they're
awesome.
yeah,
Well,
and the
hopefully you'll get
producers.
a little bit of feet in there. Put your couple cents maybe. Hopefully.
Right. Well, no, they have said that they would not want to choose someone who I was unhappy with. So
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not really worried about that part. And, I'm an executive consultant, so I'll be looking at all the scripts as they're completed. So
Oh, great.
yeah, so it's
Good.
definitely, something that I will have a hand in, and I look forward to it.
That's great. That's great. Okay, I have another one from Melissa, my other admin, and she wants to know: is it hard to write? I mean, what's the comparison to write between erotica and your paranormal? Is it hard to go back and forth? Is it easy for you?
No, because for me, the sensuality level of my stories is pretty consistent. I mean, some of them may seem less frequent based on the characters because, of course, they dictate how much or how big of a part sexual interaction between them plays in their relationship. In a relationship like Gideon and Avis and Crossfire, where these are two people who have a bit of a difficult time communicating verbally based on
Uh huh.
their past histories. Their sexual interaction is a way that they really communicate with each other. Other couples may not need that as much, and so
Yeah.
won't play as big a part in their story. But for all of my books, I feel are highly sensual. I rarely close the door on couples,
That's great.
and oh well, yeah. Those are the
We
books I
all love
like to
that.
read.
So,
Those are the type of books I like to read. So those are the type of books that I like to write. But it really is dictated by the characters and their relationship. So I really let them run with it. You know.
yeah, yeah.
I never sit
Awesome.
down and
That's
look at a
great.
book and say, well, this one needs to be erotic and this one needs to not be. And because then I don't
Yeah.
feel, then I think that I would be writing to a certain expectation rather than writing to what the story needs. And so I never weigh those considerations, when I write a book. It's like how it comes out is how it comes out, and hopefully, it works for that readership.
Awesome. I also wanted to know, I hear you're having a 2-book deal with Cosmopolitan and Harlequin, and it launches with the Cosmo Red Hot Reads.
Yes, the first one came out yesterday.
More about that?
Yeah, the first book in that series is Afterburn, and it released yesterday. So,
yes, I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And we're following Gianna Rossi. She's a young New Yorker who works in the restaurant industry in the city. She works for a very famous restaurateur, Lee Young, and the two of them together like to find new talent, new culinary talent, and then to develop it, to help them launch their own restaurants and to build them into brand names. And this is something that is very personal to Gianna because her family is in the restaurant industry as well. They own a restaurant in Little Italy. And her brothers, she has 3 older brothers, and each one of the 3 are hoping to expand and build their own Rossi's restaurant. So, this is something that's kind of in her blood and she's always done. So when we start Afterburn, she's working for Lee, and she's about to close probably the biggest deal of her career thus far. And unfortunately, there's a competition for the chefs that they're after, and it turns out to come in the form of her ex, Jackson, who they had a tempestuous affair a couple years before, and then he kind of just didn't show up one day or any day afterwards. So she's always wondered what happened, to that relationship where she thought that they were in love with each other, and then just one day he disappeared. And he's back now, and he's meddling not only in her business but in her personal life, and he wants to pick things up, where they left off, and she wants to figure out what happened. And so we're following those two across the course of the 2 books. Yeah, Afterburn and Aftershock.
Now, is there 2? Will there be 2 in this series? Or will there be more? And are they all in ebook?
Well, we have Afterburn. Of course, it released as an ebook yesterday, and then the second part of Jackson and Gianna's story, which is Aftershock, releases in mid-November. And at that time, a paperback that combines both halves of the single story will release. So they're originally coming out as ebooks, and then once both halves are out, then it will come out in paperback.
Awesome. Is there anything else you can tell us that's coming up that we need to look forward to? Any new news?
Yeah, Spellbound is coming out in October. And that is a little bit different from some of the other stories that I've written. It's actually my only BDSM story. So for those readers who have always wondered what that would be like, this is your opportunity to find out. Max and Victoria's story actually started for me back in 2007. And I published the first part of their story in an anthology. And then in 2008, the second part of their story came out. And I have now written a third part of their story, which is all new and has never been published before. So those readers who have been following Max and Victoria for the last few years will be able to get a new installment in their story. And for those who are just discovering Max and Victoria for the first time, this is the first time that all of the stories will be available in a single volume instead of purchasing them separately. So,
awesome.
Yeah. So Spellbound comes out.
Very excited. That sounds very intriguing.
Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoyed spending time with them. Obviously, I've been spending time with them for the last, many years now. So, it's good to see them again and spend time with them again. So that's mid-October. And then, of course, Aftershock, the second half of Jackson Gianna's story, is mid-November. And then we're shooting for, the last Crossfire but Captivated by You to come out. Well, the next installment, I can't say it's the last since it's number 4 out of 5. But the next installment of the Crossfire series we're hoping to have out before the end of the year.
Awesome. Well, I'm very excited. There's so much going on with you, and I know all the fans out in the social networking world are excited as well. So congratulations on everything, and have a safe trip to Vegas and enjoy your time there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was great talking to you. Have a great day.
You too. You too. Bye.
Bye.